petrol, which is so environmentally unfriendly. How can we improve this?
I know. I mean, it's emitting so much CO2, and I mean, it's causing global warming, and our entire world is like becoming a bad place because of all of this global warming. And I don't want to die. So, I mean, I guess we could make it better. And if I really had to think, I would say that the best answer is biofuels, because I mean, biofuels will help us. I mean, I'm not really clear on how, but I think I know an expert who I can go and ask to see how biofuels will help us.
But I heard that they were really expensive, so that's why we weren't.
Well, I'm sure there's some way of me creating it myself, you know, so I can help the world more, because I don't want the world to blow up into a million pieces. Hello.
Good morning.
Hi. I actually wanted to start using biodiesel in my car because I think that it is better than petrol diesel, but I don't really know why. So, like, how would biodiesel be better than petrol?
Biodiesel was in fact invented or like discovered by Rudolf Diesel because he wanted to find an engine source that everyone could use in the 1900s. Biodiesel is very environmentally friendly and very efficient, and it's because the carbon dioxide it releases is a very minuscule amount, and that amount of carbon dioxide that is released will be consumed by plants. And this way there is no excess carbon dioxide emissions, which some scientists argue, or like most scientists argue, is the cause of our global warming.
Oh, that's cool. And anyways, I've heard that if I wanted to make my own biodiesel at home, that would actually be cheaper than going out and paying for regular petrol. Is that right?
Yes, if you produce your own biodiesel at home, it will be cheaper than regular fuels and also other biodiesels you can find on the market. Actually, biodiesel outside is quite expensive, and that's a disincentive for people to go use biodiesel. However, if more people started using biodiesel and would raise this kind of awareness, then maybe biodiesel prices could go cheaper as more companies want to invest in this.
Yeah. And plus it would be better for the environment.
Yeah.
Now, can you show me how to make my own biodiesel at home?
Yeah, I can. First, we masked out sodium hydroxide, the catalyst. We try to get it to 0.35 grams.
Then we poured out 20 ml of pure methanol and put in the 0.35 grams of sodium hydroxide.
Then we put the magnetic stir bar into the flask and let the sodium hydroxide and methanol mix until sodium methoxide and water is produced. 100 ml of vegetable oil was preheated to a 60 degrees Celsius temperature.
While the magnetic stir bar continued to spin, we added the preheated vegetable oil to the sodium methoxide and water solution.
Finally, we poured the new solution into a separatory funnel and let it sit in the funnel until the different densities of the substances had separated the solution into biodiesel and sediments. It was then poured out of the funnel, giving us pure biodiesel.
So that was cool. Making the biodiesel seems complicated, but I actually think I understand it now. Anyways, I've heard that besides just using it for cars, I can do other things with biodiesel too, and that will help the environment as well. So what are some of the other things that are possible for me to do with biodiesel?
Well, there are a lot of possibilities that can be used for biodiesel that people have thought of, but some general uses could also include cleaning up oil spills, because biodiesel also has a glycerin component, which is a soap, and it kind of is used as a solvent to clean up oil spills and grease on tools. Another use could possibly be lubricating regular diesel fuels, and by lubricating regular diesel fuels, we can allow the use of biodiesel to transition more into our society, because people use partly biodiesel and some regular diesel, but then later on they can move more to
and then even that mixture of both the biodiesel with the regular diesel will create less of the carbon dioxide. Right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So that would help the environment even more, right?
Yeah.
And is it also true that if I was I wanted to change the color of the paint in my living room, for example, I could use biodiesel to help remove the paint from the wall?
Yeah, a lot of paint removers are in fact quite toxic. However, if you use biodiesel, it's less toxic than other paint removers available.
Wow, that's really impressive.
It's nice meeting you.
Yeah, thank you for all your help. Okay, so I was just wondering, what do you think is the future of biodiesels? Because in my opinion, I think that biodiesels is going to be really good and helpful for our world as a whole. So what do you think?
Well, the future of biodiesel. Biodiesel is preferred a lot of the time because the United States, they have offshore drilling for the fuel and oil we currently use in our cars. However, the biodiesel uses like vegetable oil, which can be found in our kitchen and is more available. If this continues on this trend of using biodiesel, then petroleum-based methods could become non-existent in the future, because several organizations have constantly come up with solutions, or like companies that come up with solutions that keep improving our use of biodiesel.
Wow, I think that is the right way to go, and that biodiesel will actually come out to be really a good source of energy rather than just regular petrol.
Yeah, and also biodiesel is a substance, and it's one that preserves air quality. So it's also very environmentally friendly, it's efficient. If this trend continues, it can be more widespread use, and in turn, it will be better for the environment and our society in general, and how we think and the politics of retrieving the oil, like the oil spills in the world today. And if we convert to biodiesel, there will be less of that problem.
That's good.
I think biofuels are a very good source of energy, and it can replace the fossil fuels that produce a lot of the carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide that is currently causing global warming. And global warming is a very serious issue right now. So if we use biofuels, the plants can cancel out the carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide emissions because it absorbs it from the atmosphere. And then although it's expensive, you can always produce it in your own home, and you can get the ingredients in like your local supermarket. So yeah, I think it's a very good source of energy in the future. You can use biodiesels for a lot more things, such as cleaning up paint and adhesives, cleaning up oil spills, and lighting up the whole city. So with all these other options for biodiesels that you can't use normal fuels for, why not use biofuels?